Welcome back to Tmeztv. Another night at the racetrack. We're down here in Iowa at Knoxville, and I'm kind of a local now. This is night number 5 in the wing car. I've been having a lot of fun. It's been a whole new learning curve for me. I feel like, my whole life I've really paid attention to what made my midget and sprint car, non-wing sprint car go fast, okay? Well then, you change what you're doing and you go wing racing, and wing racing is totally different. So, having to reprogram the brain, think about what's gonna make us fast. Me and Alan have been working really hard to make that happen. 410s practice, then they qualify the 305s or whatever, pro sprints, and then qualify the 410s. So once you fire the cars up here, you got a minute. So I haven't even been starting the camera or doing anything until we got the car fired. So I got to get cameras on the cars. So before we go racing though, we're gonna spray this fire retardant material on here. The Under Armour gives you an extra minute of burn time. You just damp them and then you're good to go. Heck, might as well spray that too, along with this head thing. All right, so my buddy Timothy over here, he's got the qualifying wing. Did the qualifying wing help?
Yes.
Did it? A lot, okay. How'd you go?
8th quick.
8th quick.
Not bad.
Right in front of me. We ended up 9th or 10th. We were so tight last week, we're not gonna do a whole lot to the car. I feel like we're pretty good. I just need to do a better job. going through tear off, so I know the camera didn't work. I need to try to hide the camera so that you guys can see what's going on. It's really hard on dirt, but not the best heat race. I feel like the car was way better. I just didn't race well. So we ended up 5th. We still should be in the main. They got 410s out there right now. I went ahead, man, I just keep missing my entry on the bottom, and it's crazy because you have to aim for it halfway down the track. I've been talking to people, and I got some good pointers from Brownie. Shout out to Brian for coming over and saying hi.
We didn't go so hot in the heat race, so we started 15. But I got a good feeling the car's going to be just what I need.
Speed and staging in 4 minutes. Clock is running.
Dropper in gear. Thank you. My camera guy. This big shout out to Jesse. He's been taking some pictures from the outside. And I need it because this place is amazing, and I can only film, you know, with what I'm holding, and I'm in the car. So, hey, thank you so much for watching Tmeztv. Put this camera on as a 4th camera so that I get some footage.
All right, here we go. I get on the gas now, and it didn't take off until now. So ultimately, it was sprinkling, and I think with all the water in the air, you have to lean the motor out, and we might have missed on that. Knoxville is a battle for the clean air, and so you can't follow people. You have to be able to race where they are not, and I have a hard time changing lanes really quick without losing it. And right now I feel like I'm rolling okay. But here comes Riley Goodnow, and he's just kind of blazes by us in the slick. We've been kind of struggling with an issue that we were hooking the car up to fix, but then once we found our issue, now we're starting over, you know, and this is really the first time the car felt like a proper car. And we had been running a stiffer bar in the left rear the first 3 nights, and the car really wanted to drive itself to the fence off the corner, and so it didn't give me a ton of confidence that it was going to turn when I needed it to. Well, now we got softer bars in it, and the thing, as soon as I turn it, it turns, and it really lays down on that left rear now. But we caught a yellow, and I found a little bit on the bottom. Look here, I'm actually racing correct. I got some momentum. I turned down when he lost his. I got a guy. Now I run in here, and hey, how about that? I don't miss the bottom. Racing Knoxville properly is where I have been kind of missing. And as long as I race right, he misses the bottom, I don't, boom, I pick off another car. It takes so long to figure out how to race this place, I hadn't been hitting the bottom proper until tonight, but the thing wasn't laid left and winged over. I kind of missed there. Straighten it out, get a launch here. Look, plugged in the left side. As long as I'm plugged in, this thing is fast. I struggle in the slick, but as long as the left side's plugged in, I'm really good. Keeping the car straight is the name of the game there, because that keeps the car driving forward. Look, he did that. It dirtied the air up big time, which I feel like is a big part of where I have been missing at Knoxville, is in the clean air. It's key. You know, even there it was kind of dirty, but I step out, catch some clean air, get a run, and chop him, dirty his air up. I actually hit the bottom there, and when I stepped out in the slick, it didn't step out. It actually stayed driving forward, and that's where I've been struggling, is just like that fine line of keeping the thing straight in the slick. But there's such a technique to hitting the bottom here and then stepping out and running across the slick to the good stuff. Now, the GoPro really doesn't make it look like I'm rolling in there at 115, 120 miles an hour, but the truth of the matter is we're running 130 mile an hour around the top and 115, 120 in on the bottom. So we're rolling fast. Thank you. Well, good and bad.
You nailed the bottom down there. You had it perfect. And once you went down there, did you see how you just reeled him in? There, wait till I show you your time.
Figured it out.
After that caution, you really got rolling.
Well, I moved the wing back, and that helped, but I had already kind of figured out what I was doing wrong this whole time. Like he said, boy, what he said made all the difference to work. Once you open the wing board, it turns, you know, so. Big shout out to Brownie.
Once you went to the bottom, it looks good on the bottom.
We still went backwards, so now we're not thrilled with that, but I figured the bottom out a lot better. Boy, and the harder you drive it, the harder it sticks. You're going so fast, aiming at the bottom, and there's only this much, you know, like it's this wide, so it's like, in my mind, there's no way this thing's gonna stick, but as long as the wing has it left, in the left sides, it sticks, and it is awesome.
Hey, we still have a few pros.
Oh, man.
And we need 360.
It's tough being a rookie. I've been racing my whole life, and I'm so excited to be in a wing car and moving my career forward. I'm so excited, you know, to get the opportunity to go to Knoxville. You know, I've never, in all my years of racing, I actually pushed off here in the non-wing car in Jack Yaley's car, and it rained out. We got it fired, and then it rained out. So literally have never raced at Knoxville until this year. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's one of the toughest places I've ever been, if not the toughest. I used to think Manzanita was the toughest place to run because it had so many different bankings in the track, and it was tricky and fast and scary, and Terre Haute's fast and scary, and Port Royal's fast and scary, and Volusia, but nowhere compares to Knoxville. Nothing is like this place. The way it races, it's flat, and just really excited to be here and get the opportunity to learn and you know, have this on my resume. You know, at the end of the day, you know, at the end of this year, I feel like, you know, the wing racing is huge right now, and so like if I can get myself in a place where we can run top fives here in Knoxville, like that's gonna put me in a really good place as a driver in wing racing when wing racing is getting big. Hey, can you guys say hi? Yeah, you can go to the restroom. Hey, watch out for the trucks. Just got done with the feature, and you know, it's bittersweet really, because we kind of went backwards in the beginning, but I really feel like I figured out how to run the bottom better, and that was huge because I've been coming here. This is night 5, and I've just been missing the bottom. So Feel like we made some gains there. Not exactly sure where we started 15th. I'm hoping we ran 12. I'm not exactly sure. At some point, we're gonna have to get fast and break into the top 10, or I'm gonna lose my ride. So, if you pray for me, and hey, thank you so much for watching Tmeztv. You got the 410s on the track, and I am gonna watch the races.